How to create a social media strategy. If you're struggling to grow on social media right now, it could be because you don't have a social media strategy. And not having strategy is like not having a plan. And when you don't plan, you have already planned to fail. So if you want to start growing on social media this 2025, you need to actually have a strategy. And I'm going to be sharing with you a step-by-step guide that you can follow to be able to like create a social media strategy for yourself or for the client that you're working for. Hi, my name is Tiffany. I am a social media manager and I talk about how to grow on social media. Everything is social media and I am here to teach you how to use social media the right way. If you're interested in learning so much about growing on social media, all the social media tips, hack and updates, this channel is for you. Whether you're listening from the podcast or you're watching on YouTube, I would like you to follow the show if you're listening from podcast, and I would like you to like subscribe on YouTube so that you can be able to join the community and always get updates on like what is going on and the strategies you can apply to keep getting ahead in the social media space. With that being said, let's quickly dive in. To create a social media strategy, the first thing you need to do is to set a clear goal. You are coming to social media for a reason. There is something that you want to achieve on social media, and that is supposed to be your goal. So you have to identify your goal or the goal of the brand that you're creating the social media strategy for. What is your goal? Are you trying to get more followers? Are you trying to get more sales? Are you looking for customers? Are you trying to get engagement? Are you trying to like get people to like convert and actually know you? Decide on what your goal is, because once you have clarity on what you want from social media, it will be easy for you to actually like go after it. While creating your goal is very important, you have to make sure that your goal is smart. That means it has to be specific, it has to be measurable, it has to be achievable, it has to have a time bound, and it needs to be relevant. So make sure that your goals are like specific. Instead of saying that you want to grow on social media, you need to tell yourself every week how much success you want to achieve. If your goal is to actually like gain followers, you can decide that your goal for a week is to actually like get 10 followers, and then you are going to like have clarity on your goal. So you can know that your target each week is to actually like get 10 followers for an instance. It is going to make it easier for you to start achieving your goals. And before you know it, you're going to become very successful on social media. That brings us to number two. Know who you are and who you are talking to. You have to understand who you really want to be on social media. Sit down, get a pen and paper, and write down who exactly you are right now. The person you want people to perceive you as on social media. Just like me, I'm a social media manager and I want people to know me as a social media guru, someone that is going to be teaching you how to like navigate the world of social media. So you need to understand who exactly you want people to know you as. Once you have clarity on that, you can now dive into trying to know the people that you're coming to social media to attract. So this has to be your strategy so that you're going to have clarity on who you are, because once you know who you are, it will be easier for you to like put yourself out there. It will be easier for you to decide who you are trying to reach. Now, the kind of people that I'm trying to reach after figuring out who I am as a social media manager is people that are trying to grow on social media. So if you have someone that you're watching this video right now, that means you're actually struggling on social media and you want to know what you have to do to be able to like grow. Just like you came to this video, you want to learn how to like create a social media strategy. So now I know who I am as a social media manager. I have now identified people that I'm trying to help. The same goes to you. If you are creating a social media strategy, you need to understand who exactly you want people to know you for. And once you have done that, you now have to like dig in into like the people that you are trying to attract. And these people are your target audience. Knowing your target audience is very important because you cannot come on social media without understanding the people you are trying to attract. Your target audience are specific set of people that you're coming to social media to meet. People you want them to see you, people you want them to be interested in what you're talking about. And how you're going to identify it is by knowing their demographic. You need to know their age, you need to know their location, you need to know their gender, you need to know their income. And you also need to know the kind of things they like, the kind of social media platform they would love to be on. You need to know their struggles, because if you don't know their struggles, how are you going to offer a solution to them? At the end of the day, you're coming to social media to add value. So if you don't know what their struggles are, how are you going to like solve their problems? How are you going to like offer them value? So make sure to identify these things that I just stated so you can understand who your target audience really is. Number three, choose the right platform. It's very important for you to choose the right platform because all of us, our target audience is not the same. The people that you want to attract on social media is going to differ from the kind of people that I'm trying to attract right now. So because of the fact that they are different, that means their behavior is going to be different. The kind of platform they are going to be enjoying is going to be different. So now you understand who your target audience is. You know how to like think, what kind of platform would they like to be on? So Instagram platform, for an instance, is a platform where people that love lifestyle, people that love shopping, people that love fashion always go to. So if your target audience are people that are going to be interested in all that, you just know that you have to go to Instagram to meet them. But if your target audience are people that are interested in B2B, they are founders, they are business owners, they are like startup owners and all of that, you already know you have to go on LinkedIn. That is where they are going to be hanging out on. That is why it is very important for you to like know the right platform, because once you now use who your target audience is to decide where they are going to be hanging out on, it's going to make it easier for you to like go on that platform and start attracting them. Imagine wasting your effort and time going on the wrong social media platform where your ideal target audience is not going to be on. That is why it's very important for you to choose the right platform, because if you don't choose the right platform, what are you doing? You're going to waste your effort, you're going to waste your time, every way to waste your resources, and this is not good for you. So make sure to choose the right platform. Number four, you have to analyze your competitors. These are people that do exactly what you do or something similar. Every one of us, we have a competitor out there, people that are doing what is similar to what you do. I get the fact that they always say your competitors are like your enemies, something like that, but no, it shouldn't work like that on social media. You need to leverage your competitors to be able to start winning. Because of the fact that you have competitors, you're going to give you an edge of like what is already working. So what you're going to do is to do your competitor research, go to their page, check what is working, check the kind of content that they are creating, check the ones that are performing well. That is going to signal you that people are loving that kind of content. And you can even draw inspiration from them and start creating that kind of content. Also, you need to look at their posting frequency to know how many times they are posting, how much they are posting, when they are posting. If you don't know when and how you're going to start posting, you can decide to like, okay, if my competitors are posting like 5 times in a week, you might decide to like post 5 times in a week, just in case you don't even know where to get started. Another thing you can look at is the engagement rate. Look at their likes, look at their saves, look at their shares. It's going to show you that, okay, these are the content that people find educational, find valuable. You can even go and use it as an inspiration and recreate that kind of content. Obviously, it might actually like blow up even more than the initial creator. So this is exactly what you need to include in your social media strategy so you can start growing on social media right now. You can leverage platforms like Sprout Social, Hootsuite, Brandwatch to know what your competitors are up to. This is going to make it easier for you to like keep up with them and know what is going on. So you can copy the things that are working for them and apply it in your own strategy. Number five, define your content strategy. This is where you have to map out your content pillars. Let me tell you, if you never want to run out of content ideas, you need to have a content pillar, and content pillars is going to be part of your strategy. It is very important because these are like the pillars of your content. That means every content you're going to be creating is going to be revolving around these pillars. This is going to help you never run out of content idea. So you need to choose about 3 to 4 content pillars that your content is going to be all about. This is going to help you stay consistent. It is going to help people know you for a particular kind of content, and it's going to help stand you out. So for an example, as I am a social media manager, my content pillars are like social media growth tips, business growth tips, content creation tips. I make sure that all my content is revolving around this content pillar. So you have to identify your own content pillars so that you never run out of content ideas and you don't go and start talking about things that are not relating to who you say you are. You have to talk about things that are revolving around your content pillars so you can be consistent and build trust with your audience. Next, you have to choose your content format. On social media, they have different content formats. We have views, which are videos. We have carousel. We have single posts. You have to decide on the content format you want your content to be all about. And you don't have to stick to one because sometimes all our audience are not always the same. Some of your audience might actually love carousel, some might actually love video, some might even want a single post. So you have to be able to like mix up this content format so you can meet each of your audience at where they are. You have to like impress everybody so you can get people interested in your content and make them be part of your community. Next is posting frequency. You have to decide on how many times you want to be posting your content. For some people, they post 5 times a week. Some they post 4 times. Some they post 3 times. Some they post 2 times. Some they post once. And none of this is wrong. You just have to decide on what actually works for you and make sure you put it in your strategy. Because this strategy is supposed to be a plan. That means you're going to be following the plan that you have created. But if I'm going to advise you, I would say that you should not post less than 3 times a week from an expert of the social media manager so that your audience does not get to like forget you and you are going to like remain on top of mind. If you're somebody that, yeah, so many people have advised you to be posting 5 times or to be posting like 10 times a day or whatever just because they want you to like grow, I'm going to tell you that the algorithm actually favors people that are posting quality content consistently. So that means you can even decide to post only one content per day or 3 times in a week. But as far as it's valuable, you are going to grow. So decide on what your posting frequency is going to be and make sure to stick to it. Sticking to your posting frequency is going to help build trust with your audience, and you are going to love that. When people trust you, they follow you, they stick around, they become part of your community. That brings us to number 6, create your content calendar. You need a content calendar. I cannot overemphasize on this. You cannot grow very well on social media without a content calendar. Content calendar is going to help keep you organized. It's going to make everything so easy for you. If you see yourself being so disorganized, you don't know what you are doing, you feel so much overwhelmed, it might be because you don't have a content calendar. So this is why it is part of the strategy. Make a content calendar that is going to include when you are posting, the day, the time, the visual that you are going to be using, the hashtag, the caption, the hook, and all of that. It is going to make it easier for you to even schedule your content ahead of time and take off that stress. It's going to help you get consistent, build trust with your audience, because now they know that every particular time, maybe every 3 p.m. on Wednesdays, you are going to be expecting your content and you always deliver. So create a content calendar that will simplify this process for you. You don't always have to be scrapping around for what to post. Every day you know what you're going to be posting. To even make it better, if you're wise enough, you just have to schedule your content. Even right now, almost every social media platform has scheduling tool inbuilt in it. So you can leverage them. And if you don't want to use them, you can use platforms like Hootsuite and Sprout Social, and later to be able to schedule your content ahead of time. That is if you don't want to use the inbuilt scheduling tool, because some platforms, their scheduling tool does not really work. Like TikTok right now, I have been struggling to schedule my content on TikTok, and it has been really stressful because of the fact that you can only get to schedule without putting the AM or PM. And sometimes you want your content to go out in the afternoon. So that is actually a problem. So if you're struggling with something like that, you can be able to use Sprout Social later or also to be able to schedule your content. Number 7, engage with your community. This is exactly where so many people get it wrong. If you're creating a strategy and you don't have an engagement in it, oh my God, what are you doing? Let me tell you, engagement is as important as posting. I know that everybody believes that just post the content, post the content. No, but if you're not engaging, if you don't have a community, your content might not even be seen. So whenever you're engaging, you're letting the algorithm know that you're active. And once the algorithm notices that you're active, it will be easier for them to push out your content. And when you are engaging, your followers are noticing you. The followers of your followers are noticing you. Eyes that are not even following you will get to start noticing you. And if they love your content, they are definitely going to follow you. So if you want to engage, I'm going to recommend that you first of all always make sure to reply to your comments, respond to your DMs, and then start engaging with your audience, people that you want to attract. Even if they are not following you, engage with your target audience. Also engage with your competitors, because yes, their followers are people that should also be interested in you because you guys do similar things. So the more you engage, the more you increase your visibility. So if you don't have a strategy, oh my God, what are you doing? You need to have engagement in your strategy. So decide how many times a week you want to be engaging. So for me, every day I try to engage nothing less than 20 minutes, because engagement is as important as posting. The more I engage, the more I know people are going to see me. And I'm very heavy on it whenever I'm creating a content, I'm managing a brand social media presence. I engage massively. So you too, do the same and make sure to include it in your social media strategy. That brings us to the next one. Track and analyze your performance. This is very important. You guys don't know that on social media, we have a result. It's just that we are writing the exam every time you post the content. The algorithm is going to legit give you the result of every content that you push out there. But the problem is that so many people don't even include this in their social media strategy. They don't get to even analyze their performance, to know what kind of content they are posting in the past week that is working, to know what your audience is actually liking. Because to be honest with you, your audience are giving you feedback. You're just the one that is not listening. And you have to start listening. That is why it has to be a part of your social media strategy. You can be able to bring out a day in a month or analyze your performance twice in a month or once in a month, depending on the time that you have. But just make sure that you don't go a whole month without checking your performance. You need to check what is going on, the kind of content that your audience is loving, the ones that they are not loving. Look at your likes, look at your comments, look at your shares, look at your saves. These are going to signal you to see that, okay, this kind of content is the kind of content that my audience loves. And this kind of content, they don't like it at all. So make sure to check this so that you can double down on what is working, because the more you are creating content that your audience loves, the more they are consuming it, and the more the algorithm is going to be pushing your content out there. So to check your analytics, every social media platform has inbuilt analytics. So you have to like go on the platform to be able to like check your analytics to check what is working and what is not working. If you also don't want to use that platform, you can use like outside platforms like Metricool to be able to like check your analytics. Metricool is an amazing platform that will like show you exactly what is going on. They are going to like break down your analytics so that it will be easy for you to even understand what is going on and what your audience doesn't like. So you can leverage that platform right now. Number nine, use paid ads. So many people don't have paid ads in their strategy. And I think the reason why is because of the fact that they feel like they don't really have to promote their content. They don't want to invest their money. And I totally get that. But if you're a brand, you actually need to like promote yourself. You need to get more eyes on your page because of the fact that you're not the only one doing that business. And social media right now, there is so much competition. People are competing every day. So you need to actually like get yourself seen by more people. And the easiest way to do this is by running ads. You can run ads on platforms like Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, even LinkedIn. Just make sure that you have a ad budget that works for you so you don't get to like overwhelm yourself. And whenever you're running this ad, remember to make sure you're targeting the right people because if you're not targeting the right people, your ad is going to go to waste. Also, you can use ads to retarget website visitors. This is mostly for like business owners who already have a website. If people are visiting your website and they did not buy yet, you can actually leverage ads, add it to your strategy and make sure to like retarget them because maybe the second time, the third time you target them, they are going to eventually start buying from you. Then finally, stay consistent and adapt. If you have applied all these strategies that you have created and you're not being consistent, you're not going to grow on social media. So you need to be consistent with everything that you have written in your strategy. Make sure you follow out this plan, follow it to the end, and that is exactly how you're going to see results. If you made it to the end of this video, I celebrate you. It's really amazing, and I know that you learned so much already. And if you know you do, please leave me a comment and let me know so that I can as well know that I'm putting in the effort and you guys actually value what I'm putting out. Thank you so much for watching. And if you have not subscribed, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe right now. If you're watching from podcast, also make sure to follow the show and I would love to see you in my next video. Bye.